nobody spotted what the standing is. Oh, and I need to do
Nil
some...
at the moment, from what the cable TV says.
That's, I found it. It's there.
So is this you power leveling up the clan?
Yeah,
Replacing the weak with the strong?
potentially. Rebel clan, JMEN, team score. So JMEN versus the world is 9-8, 27, 28, 0. Round. Oh. Season 0. Round. Oh, actually we can play draws nowadays. Oh, I need to get back. Nobody see anything. Nobody see anything. We don't know what's going on. Oh. So I'm in now. We got the Necro with a killer wolf receiving.
I'm there. I'm just a few seconds behind Local till he catches up.
Yeah, I'm needed to. I'm going all the way back to the beginning. I want to see Dio play Reds. So we got the.
Well, in that case, I will abandon and I'll watch the stream instead of the client. I won't tell you the thrilling and exciting thing I've just seen.
Ooh!
I'm kidding. All I saw was...
Oh,
well,
boo!
I'm not going to say anything.
So this is a Rebel clan. It's round 2. It's Dionysian, our new clan member, playing Bretts. Versus BB2. I think they won. They also Lenses and Tim Snissel. They won the clan last season actually, but lost the first round this season. Maybe Chuck, maybe 1-1.
So what's the Brettonian build? Is it 4 and 4?
Yes.
No Dolphar. The poor man's broken Galante.
It's a Rebel clan, so it's Resurrection. Not Resurrection, right. It's Progression.
Ah.
So he got that's 84 and some other Schnitzel.
And was this an inherited team from your prior clan member?
Yes. It's so he's inherited Wayne's team because we're mid-season. You can also change between season. Like I think the teams is kind of I cannot figure out if the team is the persons or the clans. It doesn't really matter. But mid-season you could use a new blood, but that's pretty weird. Since this team is good.
Yeah.
Oh, good-ish. So we got guard on all the blockers. Right, got 1 stand firm, 1 mighty blow blocker. We got string 4 knight. What the hell did I think yeah. So the Necro has induced a zombie, I think. But he got some nice. Oh, he actually has some really nice whites. So it's a 84 sure hands tackles and dodge dodge leader and a tackle mighty blow and then a strings 4. It's not for breads. It's not bad.
Mm-hmm. No, this isn't completely uneven, is it? This should be quite a reasonable game.
Yeah, it's interesting that the wolf has decided to carry the ball with with the killer wolf. Oh, now he hands off.
I see. Okay.
He's better at two plusing than I was with the ball. But thank God for 85 to win the game. And,
yes.
Now Necro has lost because the ball is spaced. Not the power he was looking for, but the both down will do.
Yeah, it still deals with the problem to some degree, but of course, it's the problem with wrestle as a offensive skill rather than defensive skill. They get back up and you don't.
Yeah.
Defensive, of course, you run away and they're still on the ground. And you're it's great for sacking and it's great for defensive duty, but it's a great game.
Strength 4 KO'd. Juicy KOs.
Yeah, it's the worry about stepping in is what if they deal with it well, but it's still got to be done if you're going to create the sort of pressure. And while this has done a good job, the ball has got a real problem here. There's so much equity up in front of it that it's either going to not move or go backwards.
It's not going to move.
Trying to consolidate his knee is not moving it. It's just
He got one reroll on that Necro team. That's pretty feisty, isn't it? Left, or at least left after he's a 2 reroll build on a mid, on like a 1500 Necro team.
Which is, again makes it interesting. I didn't see, did the ball on the killer wolf, was that caught by the wolf or did he choose to pick it up that way?
Must have been caught, right?
Yeah, must have.
That's the only logic explanation. And now we will see Front Peasant trying to kill the killer wolf. Doing the first part of the job. And it's of course lovely getting... Oh, that's a huge KO by the peasant. Taking out the killer. Definitely need to drink on that.
It's a lovely, lovely hit.
Yeah, and it's double gut with the peasant having fen, so even just the pushback is not too bad. Besides, of course, you can clear it with the fleshy. I kind of like the aggressive style with against that light reroll build.
Yes, I mean, absolutely. It's if you can suck those rerolls, they're in a really, really tough spot. We're still at the point where we've not worked out whether it's really working in this half so far. I mean, there's been a couple of losses, but nothing that dreadful.
Yeah,
and take one of the wolves down for it is certainly, not a bad trade.
Bit aggressive rerolling. I don't mind it.
But just like if you've got the rerolls, I mean, particularly Dio is very interesting about that. But in the first half, particularly, rerolls are, for on-field equity reasons. If you've got a large reroll build.
Yeah, and we in Clan this season again. There's no overtime, so even in second half it's slightly different.
Even in the second half, yeah. I mean, there's still some slight differences because there's a much more defined end time then, but yes, it's not the same as a kick equity, of course, that lovely expression. Which I'm still ironically when I use it.
No, and it's with the killer owl, that's got, if you could just KO that tackle Mighty Blow wide, it would make a huge difference.
It would certainly help a lot.
Oh, I don't know about. Why are you not following on? I don't like that. He's freed up one of the guard pieces now. Oh.
See, now I would suggest that it was time to see Necro get on top of this.
Yeah, I think Dio's going to try to get his knights out behind the ball now. So it's 3 Bretts out versus 1 Necro, right? 2 Necro. Okay, it's not massive. And that's not doing much, that's just going back to the middle. And he cannot really go to the middle because then he will stand on top of Garda.
Yeah, that's not the direction of attack I'd have gone for at all. I'd be heading down the side still.
I know, and he's also leaving that guard Mighty Blow wide out to be hit now, but attack Mighty Blow. Because that's the player Dio wants to hit anyway. And you don't even need to do anything, you just stand to guard up.
So that was very, very negative. I know he feels he may well be up on equity, but it's... I would argue you're actually giving yourself
a now it's 3 out each. Oh la la. Tasty. Good pheasant job.
AV7 rolls like doom.
Yeah, remember trying to kill your peasants. Yep, here comes the pressure again. He might even go for
full cage contact, just try and pull it apart.
Yeah, he's going for the fleshy with the tackle instead of the killer now. Killer, whatever. Is the peasant going to mark the killer? Yeah, it is. Cheeky. I like it. I like Dio's literally playing this as it was a resurrection game. It's brilliant.
Yeah.
I love it.
Very, very aggressive.
Like, it's my peasants. They're 40k. I can buy new ones.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is what they're for.
They're also leaving the pitch fast. Ooh.
I will probably be back.
Oh, and he cannot. He needs to reroll that. That's all the... And there's a turn left. If that's... That's a problem. Now he needs to dodge that ball carrier. And he cannot get it safe. And it needs to get in scoring range at the same time, doesn't it? Oh, he's doing that. Oh, that's cheeky. But he's just standing there now with a Garda. That's... Oh. I think that should be taking out... That should be stopping that drive. That's a tackle Mighty Blow straight in on that thing. You don't even need to activate. He can... With a lucky scatter, he can even score. Oh no! Oh Jesus! Now the wolf can still score. Oh, that's unlucky. There's no rerolls. Yeah, that's... I think that's... and gets a pow, doesn't really matter much, the push was enough. And he scores. That was slightly anticlimactic. Four dice to stop him. And a quick toilet run. So imagine I missed a riot. Oh, cool. Boom. Team gains a turn. I guess the only question is if you bother trying to block this dude. Oh. Hey. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's 2 plus 3 plus, and then. Come on. Good stuff. And which one dice do you take? Oh, 4, 5, 6. It's not worth taking a 3 plus. So the upside going this way is you're not getting stuck in tackle, but on 2 plus you're pretty fucked. But you get a 6! So 1, 2. You need to follow up and go for the 3 plus. So now it's 3 plus 2 plus. Gets the first one. Yeah! JMEN scores! Good job, you. Only other problem going for that one is the 2 go for it. Jean-Luc doesn't want to get back. So Dio has to play without Mr. Tackle. Mighty Blow, because he's a dickhead. Guess. Oh. But still, that's good. Nothing out for the Necros, but... So yeah, we could use a couple of zombies going haywire, but at least there's still 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, they got bench of 2, so there's still 11 birds. Get a ref. Nasty. Oh, actually I should. Rebel clan. It's, what is his name again? Regor. So got the ball, we got a little cage. We didn't really knock anything over. Besides the loner. But we got the ball on 84, that's fine. Hopefully he can score and not score too early. Here comes the killer. Does he have... The killer doesn't have jogs, that's blue. And the peasant survives. Go, peasant, go! Shit. Ah, get back. Blood Bowl 2 camera when it's best. And now it's kind of screening off. I don't think Dio is going anywhere. Dio might even just hit that zombie to get headless next turn. Maybe, I guess. But you could hit the zombie in, or you might even foul it just because you got the bribe. Up. He's just going for mighty blow hit and a KO. That's good. That means it's
alright, big. Alright, big boy. How you doing?
I'm not too bad, Hedgehog. Long time no see.
Yeah, it has been a while, but you know, thought I'd pop in the booth and give you a bit of company since PC's left.
Yeah, everybody's just jumping ship apparently.
They didn't want to watch Dio play himself into a draw, evidently.
Hey, to be fair, he got a ride and got away with 1-1 after the naked ride. It's excellent. And he
yeah, it's looking pretty. It is looking pretty good. I'm actually quite impressed with how the game's been going. Thought it was quite unlucky for him to like not stop the score in the first half, but I guess the right kind of balances and evens everything out.
Yeah, having 4 dice on a completely exposed ball carrier, just needing that bloody 5.
Yeah, it just rolls the 1 in 81, which was a bit of a shame.
Yeah, even the push has made it a lot harder to score. And it's quite passive. Now he's coming in a bit though.
I was quite surprised that it took Dio this long to get into Clan. I mean, it was the other day that it was like, oh, isn't there an inducement in Clan that just makes your team win a game in the game week? And they had to be explained that it didn't do that. And then literally about, I guess, 12 hours after we explained that, he's now playing Clan. So pretty good pickup, makes the team really strong.
Yeah, he might have been picked up before he started asking silly questions.
Ooh, I see.
Yeah, it's quite interesting having Dio not in the Clan. Actually, that was quite a bit. There's some good coaches that's not playing Clan that easily could play Clan.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't be surprised if one day we might even see like PC playing Clan. Who knows?
It's definitely a lot of CCL coaches. That's drifting more and more in, I think. Ooh, 1 for 1. think Dio is happy with that. Peasant for a zombie. Yeah, that's still some few. Is oh, only shame with that is he can barely really foul it. They got a bribe on the kickoff. You might. It's putting. Yeah, he's not. No, it's a bit surprised. I'm not sure how happy Dio is playing Brett stuff.
Oh, he loves Brett's because, you know, the next skill he'll get on his killer blitz will be jump up, and then he'll love himself and laugh and go, oh, when I get piling on, this will be amazing. Another fun thing that I've seen in Clan over the last season or two is that Hawker and that are now playing in Clan with the PS4 lot. And we faced them game week 1 of this season, so it was nice to get some quality opposition as well, that you recognise and you've played before and all that, maybe in tournaments, tabletop and that, but now they're all coming over to Clan. Just makes the entire environment a lot more competitive, and it's a very positive thing.
Yeah, it's definitely getting... Yeah, it's good. Clan is... it's definitely, there's some good clans around. So like even this is so Lenses and Transnition's clan that won it last season.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, big Ori and Little Tom
Pulling in a win just in time.
Well, that's why the biggest hope I think for my clan right now is that we can get to Div1 so we can start playing a few of you lot again. Yeah. It's been way too long in my estimations.
That's a huge nothing. Yeah, it's Division 1, but Division 1 is a little bit hard and tough as well because is it 6 out of 10? It's completely bonkers amount of people getting demoted.
Oh yeah, Christ! you might only get one season if you're not really on all cylinders, but I don't think that'll be much of a problem for JMEN unless they have a real horror season. But you know, we can see the record of JMEN over the past few seasons in the bottom corner of your stream, and it speaks for itself, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's been crawling and crawling. And now it's kind of, because we can get draws, now it's kind of easier to stay undefeated.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, the draw system is welcome, to be honest. It is, especially if you're playing an AV7 team like myself, so you don't have to worry too much.
Like I got a last minute switch 2 times into 12 last season, and one of those games ended into overtime. It was not nice. You keep playing tit for tat here. Every time one removes one, the other one does the same.
Well, you know, that's good. It means that
1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So yeah, Dio still one up. Yeah, yeah.
Both teams are kept honest and don't just get to rely on their like numerical advantage at least.
Yeah, so it's definitely been like last minute switches and stuff like that is problematic sometimes when you play every 17 like we both do.
Yeah, last season I played Underworlds, and until about probably the last 2 games of the season, it was going pretty swimmingly, despite having games like Chorfs and all that, where they would murderize my team. I had one game against more Plovak, another streamer, where he played his Norse versus my Underworld, and in overtime I had 4 players left on the pitch.
Oh shit!
And it was just a case of him misplacing an Ulfuna by like a square, which made it so I won the game and he lost the game.
Oh my god! It's yeah. I've known Mark Plovak. He's part of the Rave Club. Him, Bros, and Crystal Hunter play the most. I don't know what to say. Music. But all three is part of the ReBBL club.
It's you know, I Sea Brawls is young and sprightly. I can understand that, but Crystal Hunter and all that just playing weird beat boot music it's a bit strange. Frankly, I'm in the Shawnee club of playing only indie rock.
Yeah, I'm camped all the way over to Div and Dead Can Dance and stuff like that, and Nordic spirit music and stuff like that.
Yeah,
I'm going
guttural
all
Gregorian chants.
That's something that's not offensive and doesn't drag you away from the game.
Well, that's true. I mean, you know, sometimes out my own playlist on Spotify, I have to like skip ahead because I'm like, oh, this song won't go down with the punters. But yeah, I suppose I do agree with the whole thing where it's like if it's not heavily lyrical, it does allow you to focus a bit more and be fine with the tunes. But I don't know. I as much as I like Seat of Rum and Haribo and everything that the Dio Big Big Core and ADEV trio plays, I'm a Shawnee man first and foremost.
I can work with Shawnee and Indie Rock. It's the fucking rave party that makes me want to puke.
No, I don't like it. I don't like it.
It's normally when I get to see bro, that's normally what I use the first 5 to 10 minutes is complaining about his music. And if more plow work is normally watching Crystal as well. So in my world, more plow work is the bouncer in Crystal Thunder's nightclub.
But to be perfectly honest, I think the Blood Bowl streamer whose music I like the least is probably Space Cadet, because Space Cadet plays like exclusively it's like Celtic and all that punk rock, and I hate that.
Sometimes I've heard him play like 90s pop as well on
yeah.
streams. He's going all Jimmy in it. Good old Jimmy with some bit of APA and all sort of 80s, 90s music.
Oh, I just assume that Dimmy plays that, and also Dimmy plays like wrestling promos as he like cheers them on and forgets that he's playing a game in the background, so he goes 8-0 down to Pavaras. And we've now joined again by PC.
Yeah, hello, welcome. I'm welcome. Welcome to us. I'm back. You joined.
I did. I thought I'd keep Core company just whilst you were out, and
otherwise
I'll
he
stay.
gets all sad face and just.
He does. He didn't want to have a drink alone, so I cracked open the Holstein pills, rolled up a cigarette, and got to business.
Yes, I'm rolling up as we speak. Yes, my teenage daughter. My wife suddenly realised was on a Facebook FaceTime call, but using Instagram, with someone we'd never heard of who happens to live in America and was clearly male. So we decided that needed, well, I say
nipping in the bud.
Someone decided that I needed to go up there and nip that whole thing in the bud.
Well, as a teen not too long ago, you know, I remember being a teen in my recent memory. There's nothing wrong with that. Go on. I frequently spoke to girls from America and whatnot, and they were girls. Like at least as far as I could tell.
Maybe.
But yeah,
maybe they were called Mike and 48
they were called Mike.
I don't have a
they were actually Mike the Machine.
I don't have a problem with the concept
Swedish.
at all, but I would like to have known beforehand.
Yes, of course. That is sensible.
Someone she met in a chat room online had progressed from, you know, a chat room online into one-on-one chatting, into texting, into FaceTiming. I think at some point in that progression, there's a moment to mention it over dinner.
Yes. No, I agree. That's very good parenting, PC.
However, I did get back just in time to hear some of your discussion. It was one of the reasons I wanted to leap back in. It's one of the reasons I don't stream. Not only do I not have a computer capable necessarily of handling it all at once, though I would love to. I don't play music when I play Blood Bowl. I mean, I do play music a lot. I have a very musical life. I have a lot of music I love, but none of it's DRM free, and that would worry me.
Yeah.
And actually, particularly if I'm concentrating on the game, where I tend to sit in my house, it's right by the back door, so I can smoke.
Yeah.
and just outside is a lovely trickling waterfall into my fish pond. So I sort of do, unfortunately, do the kind of white noisy thing. And I do find that really helps my concentration rather than having on a song I'm really enjoying and want to sing along to. And also no one ever wants to hear me doing that. So yeah, I'm almost in the Mongolian throat music clan of some nice
Yes.
white noise, please, because I'm trying to focus on what I'm doing.
But when you aren't, playing Blood Bowl, what sort of music do you like to listen to? Because I've been to a few tabletop tournaments these days, every so often, and the Blood Bowl community has some very weird musical tastes. I remember being at one tournament in London, and in about the space of 20 minutes, I just heard "Welcome to the Jungle" by AC/DC played approximately 4 times, just in a row.
Right.
And it was making me go insane.
Okay.
And probably all of them much louder than it needed to be.
Yes.
If you want to have a weird feeling of what you just need to get the Waterball CD and see how weird stuff people are listening to.
When I went to Waterball this year, there was just 1 or 2 songs that I would be hyper aware of and just pick up on and go, oh, they're playing this song again. They keep playing this song. I can't get it out of my head. So obviously there was song 2, but there was also there was a strange metal song that I can't remember. I need to listen to the CD again, and I'll go, is track 5? Is that one?
I have worryingly mainstream tastes with occasional hidden corners. So pretty much my iPod is that of Absolute Radio, otherwise known as Dad Radio. At the time when it's Father's Day, that made-up nonsense is coming on, there's always those adverts on TV about albums for your dad. And I always think, oh, what a sick and awful idea. And then they say the playlist, and I'm like, oh, but I've got all of those tracks.
I am.
So I am a dad, and I listen to dad music.
Come on, kill the killer. Kill the killer.
So a little bit of 80s, mainly indie, and some dance from the 90s and the early noughties.
Well, I can get along with that. I can get along with a bit of indie rock from my era, Arctic Monkeys, but also a big fan of New Order, big fan of Kate Bush, big fan of
both of those are on my iPod.
Pet Shop Boys as well.
A couple of Pet Shop Boys. But then, of course, I was young at an interesting time. So when I went to university, I fell in with a crowd that were very into their Blue Note and hardcore gangster American rap, which was very new on the scene.
Oh, God.
This was pre-Eminem. So I do have some, I've got Straight Outta Compton and Ice Cube and Ice-T and Gorillas in the Mist and some very, very credible rap from the early days, which no one expects from a middle-class white fella like me.
Oh, cool. Well, actually, my party trick in the sixth form was I could do all of "Fuck the Police," every single verse, and of course that's very awkward now. You look back on it because, it's very, very incredibly white, to be honest.
Yes.
Because it was a middle class, good.
As a middle class white boy, it does put you in a very, I find, a rich dilemma of choice when you're playing a song that you know is going to feature the N-word prominently.
Yes.
If you're playing that out loud, what should you do with your face at the time? If you're singing along, do you continue to sing that word?
No, you kind of look solemn and you go, I'm not going to say that, it's not right. But then you look around and see that everyone else is doing it. And you can just also tell that they're very excited for common people by Pulp to play. They're all middle class, bourgeois, singing this song with a complete sense of irony. And
well,
it's kind of like
Eminem worked so well. I mean, just like Elvis Presley, it was repackaging music that was already popular amongst white people, but in a way that was much more palatable to their parents and hence much more sellable.
Oh, absolutely.
But yes, hence I've got a lot of credible hardcore American rap from the early days of rap. Back when it was also socially important and really saying something interesting.
Talking about the rave party, I got a shit ton of that kind of, I was about to say dance music and stuff from the 90s, because that was actually what I was listening to when I was a teenager.
Well, I was in the
dance
clubs.
and then all the way over and more like techno like I'm playing now.
The other thing I've been getting into a bit lately, and this might be because I'm getting old, I've got quite a bit now of electro swing.
I want to hear
which is sort of swing music produced with modern production values and a proper beat underneath it.
I listen to a lot of what's it called? Let me find it. But yeah, I do kind of. I was to a Danish music festival where what was it called? The Power of Stellar Band was playing, which is in that direction, which was amazing.
It's just I find it's good. Again, I find it quite relaxing, weirdly, despite how incredibly upbeat it is.
Yeah, it's fun. And meanwhile, we've not been talking at all about the game.
About the game, no, but it's going on there.
Yeah, there is a Blood Bowl game. One could be forgiven for thinking that it is already done and dusted, but no, there is in fact still a game.
As the first half was grinding towards an end.
And we got a. Did you miss? We got a riot to. So Dio had 4 dice in the ball, just needing a yellow thing, and
yeah,
missed it.
No bright sons of Pow.
And then he got a riot and scored anyway. Well, at the moment, of course, he is holding on a Dio draw. But looking, I would suggest, reasonably good for the actual win. Sorry, instead of a Dio win, that's a 1-1.
Yeah, the Dio draw is Dio just losing.
Right. But presumably gaining equity for the next match.
Yes. He's a better man for that that loss, and he's coming away with absolute joy and mental clarity.
He's like the Borg, isn't he? In that everything that attacks him, he absorbs. And then use it against them. And adjusts his shields to repel that attack.
And he is also a robot.
I wasn't going to mention that bit, but yes.
At least. It's definitely a bit of it. The man without emotion.
I mean, I've seen those clips of him playing poker. He's a cold-blooded killer. If you told me Dio had killed a man in the 90s, I would believe you.
Only in the 90s.
Well, if it was in the 80s, he would have been a baby, which would be quite an achievement if Dio was killing people when he was a baby.
Have you met him?
Pure child. Yeah, absolutely. There's the look of a dead-eyed killer in those eyes.
I did meet him once, and he smiled the entire time in ReBBL. He didn't stop smiling.
He did.
Well, maybe when he lost to Andy, but he didn't. He beat Andy. Maybe when he lost to the Mighty Blow Kemri. Maybe
to my friend Marcus. It's amazing. That's the best thing happening all week. That was the best thing about the whole Water Bowl, was Marcus beating Dio. With his almighty blow Kemri. That's brilliant.
I'm sure you just didn't get the equity that you needed. That's all.
Yeah, it's a almighty blow Kemri. Distribution, blah 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 blah.
Well, that's how it should be played, because Mighty Blow is what gets casualties, and that's how you win Blood Bowl, I was told by someone.
Yeah, that's why we talk about it.
They may not have been telling you the full and actual truth.
I hope so, because Andy Darvo charged me 20 quid to tell me that.
Have you actually...
20 euros, how dare you?
Have you had a coaching session with Andy?
No, I've only had a coaching session with Dio. And all he told me was drawing is good. Daka until you draw the game. Give me 20 quid. And then he blamed me for breaking his computer.
Always back from that. The famous breaking the computer.
Yeah, he's bought a new one, so I must have broke it really good.
Well, in that case, you helped him upgrade. I see that as a positive.
It was, yeah.
That's just badly heard. Just badly heard. The only problem is Dio might need to score now.
No, this is where Dio gets the Dio win. This is where he he draws the series 1-1.
I guess if you blitz the plus 80 with the ball carrier, or with the mighty blow actually, then you can see you attack it with the peasant, blitz with the mighty blow and see what happens. If you get a good result, you might just be able to stall it to turn 16.
Yeah, I would absolutely do the blitz and see what happens.
Yeah, but you want to do it with mighty blow, right? So bigger chance of you stunning it, because if you stun that dude, it's definitely not unlikely.
Yeah.
Because you can tag, so like, it strings forwards out of the game if you just stand up the blocker. So you're playing whatever YouTube.
Oh, it's just an example of some
Get
electricity.
closer.
But we first have a bloody commercial.
Still works. Still works. Still works.
Come on, skip. Yeah, it's a bit in the. It's just a playlist. Yeah, it's in that direction. Have you ever been to? Like, I've been to a concert with it. It's brilliant for concerts, like music festival concerts.
Electricity, yeah, absolutely. It's so fun, but it's music that almost anyone can have some fun to, but no one's gonna take overly seriously.
Like, yeah, it's the Peros, Trapero, or whatever Stella band is the same direction. Oh, I didn't know them at all, just walked into that concert. And it was pouring down and rain and everybody was having the greatest party. It was amazing. But I couldn't play Blood Bowl to this.
No. No, like I said, I'll take my trickling waterfall any day.
Yeah, last concert I went to, I wouldn't say I could play Blood Bowl to that either. I went to a concert in the Brixton O2. It was for an American band called Death Grips, and it was vicious. One of my friends never actually made it into the concert. He was in the medical tent for the entirety of the show. I was in a bad way myself. He had Rumble in the Jungle Juice, which is a 2-litre bottle of Coca-Cola with a litre of vodka mixed in. And he was told he couldn't bring the thing into the actual event, so he drank it all on the streets.
So he drank it all. Well, that's
yes. Yeah. I think there was also ketamine involved at some point.
Though for my ludicrous anecdotes, I prefer tequila. I find the best stories start with too much tequila.
Oh, I can't drink spirits. I just cannot. I used to be, but when I was 18 and you go into your mate's house because, it's so transgressive, I had one too many apple sours and lagers. And ever since then, I can't smell liquor without going absolutely
peasant.
Stomach churned.
Good peasant.
No, the only issue I get that with is Theakston's Old Peculiar.
Oof.
Just all down to one particular night when I just had way too many.
And it really does floor you for the years afterwards.
Oh, I can't even smell it now.
The only liquor that I can kind of...
This looks done. Dio's got his win. But then I didn't like how they were attacking him in the first half. Did it cheer up? Did they get a bit more ball focused?
Yeah, it did. The thing is, there's still most likely the one-turner option on, unless Dio... There's only one stand firm and one sidestep, isn't there?
Yes.
Yeah.
And
that's
there's a
something to
reroll
contend
for it,
with.
so.
And he still actually somehow managed to have a reroll left.
Yeah.
After, he's definitely also been more conservative with the rerolls Nick would just have. Probably for the same reason. If you have a movement 9, 84 wolf, one turner is not a bad shout.
No.
But the problem is that's the one dice on the ball, and he gets the pow. That's a cheeky.
Dio wins.
And if that's a stun, it's a dead.
Yeah, that's
Whoopsie.
worse.
Bad Battlehood, Apple. And it's a bad scatter for the wolf. You can still get it. But it's not a blotcher wolf. That might be a 1-1 there.
That's the agility plus, isn't it? So yeah.
Yeah, but are you? Oh,
Looks like-
that's the
Looks
reroll.
like, looks like a Dio win.
I don't like that reroll. I don't like that reroll because now it's literally just
Yeah,
need
now
to
it's
hit.
a draw or a loss, isn't it?
Yeah, probably.
That looks very gettable. Dio's got a reroll left, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, this looks like a Dio win. So that
That's 3+ needing a. That's the 3+ can hit it and push it away. So if it's a knockdown, it's a 3+ for the win. So it's 3+3+ for the win.
Yep.
More or less. You could also knock it straight forward, or you could even just. You could even be cheeky and one dice it. With the
I
rest
think
of
it's
the
got
piece.
to be the 3+ and the hit, doesn't it?
Yeah, but if you one dice it, if it hits, then it's 3+3+ to score with the strings 4,
True.
and it's a 2+ 1 dice. Because if you don't get it knocked down, you just do the blitz with the string 4 anyway. On it. It's I kind of want to score. I will probably be greedy enough to try it just because I kind of want to score.
It adds a go for it, doesn't it? But it's
You want to score with string 4
yes, you do.
because
I mean,
it's
he's lovely with strength 4, but he's even better with anything else that you put on top. So
Oh, Dio's going with it. Are you pushing it into the ball? You might as well. I think you might as well because the ball is more likely to scatter in a better spot for what you're doing, but then you cannot follow up, so that kind of suggests you don't. Oh, Dio's going for it. Oh, string 4, you don't need to follow up.
no, you don't need to.
Yeah, that's perfect, and it's kind of a good scatter, but now you need the yellow flashy thing probably.
Yeah, this one has to be a 3+ and then a 5+, doesn't it? But the 5+ is at least on 2 dice.
Oh,
I mean, you can push it away, but then it's a 4+ pick up and another 3+ out. So
gets the 5+.
really, the power is what you want. Reroll gone.
Oh! Are we helping the rest of clan? No, we're not.
Ah.
3+. Gets it! That's 5
What the
star
fuck?
player. That's 5 star player points straight there. That's
He
the
got
best out.
2-1.
And in for the win.
Dio wins, but he actually wins.
Yes.
Unbelievable.
And takes
A
away
win-win.
the best one turn.
Oh,
Get fu-
yes, I think the Necro, having thrown the reroll in, were all or nothing on the stop, weren't they?
But still, with movement 9 and 84, it was not unlikely, even without
Have
a
they got
reroll.
the fame? Have they got some chance of getting one back?
No fame, but they got a bribe.
Useful.
And he got 5 star player points in string 4. And Apple worked to save the leader. Also pretty good exchange in turn 16. Yeah, it will not be unfair.
So the unstoppable clan rolls ever onwards. that 29-0 now?
No, it's the first.
Oh, it's the first one of this round, is it?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did actually ask when you had gone PC, when are we going to see the glorious debut for yourself in Clan?
Oh, it doesn't really interest me.
Oh, how come?
Plus, no one's ever asked me. So firstly, the second reason, I've never even considered it because I've never been asked, and I'm not in ReBBL, and ReBBL.
I'm not in
I've heard
ReBBL
lots
either.
of good things about, but so I'm not in a clan. I mean, I'm not around on Blood Bowl 2 enough for anyone to have invited me into a clan, so I'm not saying it's weird. No
You
one
might
has.
be
It's
invited by
obviously
somebody
happened.
now.
Exactly.
I do like team competitions, but one where it's a team competition, but also progression is interesting. I've never done that. But no, that's the key reason is I've never been asked. But also it's just not
Yeah, jobs in the
something
clan.
that leaps at me as something I would be good at doing. I'm still very new to the Blood Bowl 2 clan. I've got about 200 games total, but with huge gaps in between. A lot of those are in special formats or whatever.
Well, if it ever does like interest you down the line, when I started out with my clan, I just posted on sort of I got into one of the discords, posted in the free agency, and was like, yeah, I'm looking for one, and I got picked up, and I've been with them ever since for about 3 or 4 seasons now. So if you ever just want to go with, like randos, completely fine. But I'm sure now that you've made yourself
Is there a special
known,
T-shirt? Is there a special T-shirt?
yes,
Do you have a handshake?
we have a handshake, of course. We have a Masonic lodge as well.
With the amount of people in Just Use channel playing clan, just saying slightly in there you might be interested will be enough. No long term. Is there any actually damage on any of the teams? Potentially tomorrow I will be able to tell you.
Yeah,
So
I've got
Dio
it.
has lost a peasant, which is really nothing. I don't think, no, that's just zombies. Oh, what's that? Oh, missed next game. Now there's an injury. But yeah, that's right now. There's quite a lot of people in Dio's channel playing clan. And Strings 4 got the MVP as well. Straight in with the skill.
Brilliant result there for the JMEN, 11 SPP on 1 man.
Only 10. Don't cheat.
Oh, only 10. Oh no, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
I can't
touchdown,
do,
casualty, and MVP.
I cannot do maths.
He could have done a cheeky pass. You have not even been surprised. There's 71 blocks for the Necros.
Brief internet outage. I think it was probably my daughter sending images over the net or something.
Most likely.
It's